you guys both single?
Yeah.
You have no kids? You have no kids?
I have 2.
Okay. Relationships. How was it dating for you guys?
Well, I actually am single, but I recently separated after a 6-year marriage. So.
And you have the 2 kids with him?
No, with my ex.
The ex before the 6 years?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I have so many questions for you.
It's a sensitive topic. Yeah. 6 years, a long time. Great guy. I don't regret it at all. Learned so much from him. But unfortunately, I think both of us just could not give each other what the other one needed to.
Did he have kids?
Be happy. No.
Bro, I have so much shit to say and so many things, like so many like
Ask.
everywhere.
I might or might not answer.
I don't know where to start.
Okay.
That's interesting. So he played stepdad for 6 years to 2 kids.
It's a sensitive topic, you know.
Yeah.
But,
I mean,
but
yeah, as a man, like,
yeah.
I mean, I'm just gonna speak the truth. As a man, there's no incentive for you to use your resources on another man's child. You know what I mean? As men, we don't do that. Even in the animal world,
And they kill the other
Like I won't.
cub.
Personally, for me, I wouldn't date a woman with children because unless the real dad was not, he had to be dead or he had to be like,
I've heard that
exported to like Mexico and can't come in the border or some shit. Like he can't come, he has no, then I'd be able to do it because what happens if,
that's interesting.
what happens if I develop the connection, the real emotional connection with my stepchildren and then we're not together anymore
lose the
and
kids too.
now I lose the 2 kids and I lost you. You know what I'm saying? That's double. And so I would always probably I would never do it, but if I did, I could see myself being guarded like that too for like, you know.
Yeah, I get that. How about for women?
Unless now the only optic that could change is if I have kids and I'm a single father, let's say.
Yeah.
And you're a single mother,
Yeah.
then we both got to deal with stepchildren, you know what I'm saying? But men are very territorial. So
Exactly.
I couldn't do it.
Let's say if you were a single father, right? And you had a child and whatever, and you had no support system. Okay. How would you feel about bringing somebody in your life around your child? Like, what's your perspective on that? Like from a woman's perspective, like, okay, a woman having like a child with another man. Okay, guys don't like that, but like, how would you feel if you were like a single dad, you know, and like,
you could be the most amazing man, and someone's not going to give you a chance.
someone's not going to give you a chance because you have a
and that child could be
child.
the coolest fucking kid.
Men and women are different. If I'm a single father,
you need to answer that.
I told her about that.
If I'm a single father and I'm a good father, she's going to be more turned on.
I agree.
Also this though, because like a father having a child, then he's like single. A woman already goes into it knowing that you're not going to be a priority. The priority in his life right now is like his child.
Well, if he's real, the priority in his life is his career. You're already going to be number 2. Now you're automatically going to be number 2 to a real man.
But now you're number 3.
Now, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Now you even be number 3.
Yeah. So do you think
he's a good father?
If he's a good father, right. now you're going to be number 3. And do you really think a woman wants to be able to deal with that? A good woman, you know what I'm saying?
Right, but I would argue
that brings nothing to the table.
Your guys' selection, these eligible men it's a small percentage. I would argue that most of women would prefer to be with a real man who has a kid than to be with a
100%.
regular video game chubby dude who
absolutely
who has no kids. You know what I'm
absolutely
saying?
Not. There's no responsibility.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, I just had my last podcast episode, it'll come out before. So I had my boy come through during the pandemic. He's in the episode is one of the biggest episodes I've done. It's called Inside a Polyamorous Relationship. He brought his 2 girlfriends.
I've seen that before.
He just came back. 2 years later, now he came with 3. He's got 3 girlfriends and one of them had a baby with him. So he's there with the 2 girls and 1 baby like that with the baby. And they're talking and they're like, yeah, you know, the baby mom, and she's like, yeah, my parents are not here. We don't have the support. So I was sick the other day and one of my sister wives was taking care of the baby and I was good, you know, and they all cook and they all take turns cooking. So everything he was saying was making sense. Yeah. Like, you know, but you can't get a woman to agree. But it's a team of 4.
You have to be very mature.
You
gotta manage emotions.
Extremely mature, especially not every man is qualified. I know it probably looks good, but not every man is qualified to have that type of relationship 100. Because it takes so much communication. It takes so much boundaries. It takes so much, like, you know,
emotional support.
And you have to be a very intelligent, high, emotionally intelligent man in order to be able to handle that.
He
and a
has
guy
money?
who does, I respect that.
He has
Yeah.
money?
Yeah. They all have money.
But
The
he
ones that are like,
but he helps them like run their own businesses too. So he
that's
made
what it
it's
is.
like a team. It's not just a sex thing. The sex part of it is like
Very minimal.
all the guys who get no pussy like how's the sex, but it's more about like the team and pulling resources together. And now we all share a car.
amazing.
Why do we got to pay for 4 cars?
Yeah.
We could have 2 cars. Share the cars. Everyone takes turns cooking. Everyone could take
see,
turns
I can
watching
never-
the baby,
you see, I
and
can-
everyone has a easier life.
I can never
life
do
is
that.
gonna hit every single person.
I get
Life
that.
hits us all. So when life hits you, you have people to help you.
Yeah.
Like I mean,
I get that.
But
That's
that's
what
why,
that's
in
what like
Indian cultures,
Yeah.
they're so much happier, really, because they all live with their
Tribe.
with their tribe, and everything is here. I think there was this like Arab guy the other day. I saw a video, and he was like, "Americans are stupid because
I saw that.
did you see
Andrew
that
Tate,
video?
yeah,
I was-
that's
I
it.
Where he
I
was
was-
like, because Andrew Tate
Yeah,
said that, where he's like, they're living with like their
you take
they have-
separate pool resources because
Yeah.
it's
I was
and
on
then
a,
that's
I,
why they all have money.
I was on a podcast the other day with Mike Rashid, and he was talking about the different, like, he has like a relationship with other women too, and he was breaking it down. And then we went around and they asked us like, would you be okay with this type of relationship? To be honest, like for me, I couldn't. Like to me, it's like
now
I couldn't be able to do that.
So the other 2 girls that were with him were single moms. So if you were a single mom,
And I had no support.
yeah, like
that's
let's look
kinda, I
from
don't
your
know.
perspective. If you had your kids but you had no help, you had a deadbeat dad, you had no help at all.
Yeah.
Maybe you might be interested in that because you'd have more support with the kids. You've had more. It's a team. It's a bigger team. Like. And
I
if you were
never
really
say never.
like the 2 girls, if y'all really had chemistry, like, and the 2 girls are really friends, like,
That's the thing. Are
could-
the girls bisexual? Or do
yeah,
they
that's
hook up
another
with
thing.
each
They're
other?
actually gay. You
Yeah.
can't. This doesn't
Yeah,
work
you
if they're
can't-
not
yeah,
really
you
No,
gay.
that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. You can't just like me and her.
Yeah.
We love each other like sisters.
Yeah.
We can't share the same guy.
No.
You know what I mean? Like, and the only way it would work if like we were something too. You know.
Yeah.
No way. I mean, personally, I never say never because I've said I would never do something that I have. So
All of us
I'm
have,
very
yeah.
open-minded. I really am, but also I'm very territorial, and I don't think I'd be
You
able
would
to see
not be
my
able-
man give attention to another woman.
No, you
Right.
would lose your mind.
I would lose it.
You would lose your mind. Like, there's no way you would
Yeah,
lose
but
your
if
mind.
he gave attention to that other woman and was it's the deceit that you don't like more than it's the non-transparency that you don't like more
visually,
than the
visually, if I
No.
see that,
Yeah,
I
but
will
what
not
if
be
he's
okay.
giving the same amount of attention to you?
No,
I would still not be okay with it.
Really? Okay,
no,
that's interesting.
There's no
Yeah.
way.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the thing is, like, I think it's also my culture. Like
don't
Latinas
share.
are very territorial.
We are.
We're
Yeah.
very territorial. And the thing is that we were raised to take care of our man. We were raised to nurture, to care.
Right.
So it's like when we're doing that for somebody, and then they're also giving the same to someone else. We're
Yeah.
like, what the hell? What kind of
You don't feel
transaction is this?
special at all.
You don't feel special.
feel
And women,
replaceable.
women are very emotional beings. We're
Right.
very emotional. And like there's so much inside of us that it's like, why are you giving that attention to someone else too? It's like I would not be able to do it. I need my attention. I need
Yeah.
all my time. I need to love on you, and you need to love on me, and that's it.
Yeah.
So
100%.
yeah.
The,
not be
the
able to do
stepdad situation is a tough one
Mm-hmm.
because I'm very primal.
feel
Like,
like, what if
and I feel like
you're-
a woman. I feel like this is how I feel as a man, and people may not agree with me, but I feel like if you have kids with a man, part of you belongs to that man forever because you have kids with him.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, no matter what, you
territorial
gave your
thing.
best part of yourself to that man. You're never going to be the same after pregnancy. You gave the best part of yourself to that man. So part of
What do you
was
mean by that? You're never going to be the same after pregnancy. I think that's a very bold statement to make.
No,
because-
no, I don't mean physically. I don't mean the physical is a shallow aspect of it. I'm talking about from a man's perspective and primal. Like he's the one who impregnated you. Like it's like a
get
primal
it.
territorial thing.
Yeah,
it's not
yeah,
like
yeah.
a physical like you're changed. It's not that. Like,
You're changed.
Yeah, like
You're
like,
never the same.
Yeah,